Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right, and welcome to another episode. And if you're watching, you can see we got a different location here. We're actually out still in Lake Tahoe, and so we thought we would get some a chance to record some more videos. But the title of this episode is called Motivational Monday. Life is straight commission. It owes you nothing.
Yes, and I love this one because Mike Seidel, thank you very much. He sent us shirts. He texted me one day and he said, "Hey, what's your and Flip's shirt sizes?"
Right.
And I was like, "Ooh, what's this about?" So I texted him back, gave him our shirt sizes and gave him our address. And then, a few weeks later, we got these shirts. And these shirts on the very front, if you're watching this instead of listening, you're going to see it. It says life, and it's like a picture of somebody hiking up a mountain. Mm-hmm. Yep. And on the back of them, it says, Flip.
It says, "Life is straight commission. It owes you nothing."
Which is the
title
of the episode, yes.
And if you're also watching, you notice that I don't have my shirt on because I didn't get the memo to bring the shirt on the trip to Lake Tahoe.
Because I literally wrote this about, 10 minutes ago. So it was very powerful. When we got it, we were like, whoa, oh my goodness. So we immediately put them on. We took a picture, posted it on Facebook, tagged Mike in it. And then other people are like, I want that shirt. I need that shirt. And so Mike started tagging the gentleman who actually creates these shirts. And it's another investor that I wasn't connected with. So of course I went, add friend. And these shirts actually support a animal organization.
Yep.
So I know my mom was like, oh yay, it supports puppies too. And so it was really great. And I just thought this is one of the things that is motivational to us. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about, thank you, Mike, for sending the shirts. And I love that it supports a cause because we're going to talk about that on another Motivational Monday episode. But for me, there's nothing more motivating than knowing that I'm 100% responsible for building the life that I desire.
Yep.
And I think that's something that you and I talk about a lot with regard to mindset. Mm-hmm. So coming out of the power room, and that's why we're still in Lake Tahoe, is because we just had the power room, and so we decided to record a few more episodes while we were here. Mm-hmm. And coming out of that, and the Garrett White, he was a speaker on that very first night, and we kind of talked about him a little bit.
He was the yeller.
Yeah, he was the yeller, the yeller and the cusser. But it was very, very intense. And one of the things that I was thinking about as I was writing this was I wrote down, 5 things that, I don't know if you want to share any of these, but I wrote down 5 things that would kind of make this hit home as to why it's so motivational. And the first one is, if I'm not making the money I want, then it's on me. Mm-hmm. The second one is,
if I'm not in the relationship I want, it's on me.
Yep. Third, if my business is not succeeding the way it should, it's on me.
Mm-hmm. And if I'm overweight and ashamed of my body, it's on me.
Yep. And if I'm stressed and overwhelmed, it's on me. And I could have kept on going. Those I ripped those off so fast. And it was very much a take ownership, take responsibility of who you are and where you're at in life, because every single choice that you make in life is a result of where you land today. So all of our business decisions have landed us where we are today. We're very successful. We have a team that we love and adore and is amazing. And we hope that they're with us forever and ever and ever, unless they have a passion that they need to pursue. And then we're going to support them the same way that we would if they were a part of us.
Right.
But we are where we are because of every choice that we made. Mm-hmm. And those choices did sacrifice our bodies. That's why we're in a coaching program and a fitness program now. Yep. Because now we need to start making choices that will help our bodies, our physical bodies, instead of just our business. So that motivation of knowing that everything that we do and everything that we decide will get us to where we want to go or land us in the crap situation that we could be in, right?
Right.
But knowing that we're in control of it and we're not a victim of circumstances is really, really empowering to me. I don't know how much you want to get into this.
Most everybody knows, we were originally musicians.
Yeah.
And that was if not a gig to gig, lifestyle, it was also I got paid what they decided to pay me.
Yeah.
And then in 2000, we switched our roles in our profession into a commission-based life, and that was when it really hit home of no matter, if we want to be lazy, guess what we're going to make today? We're going to make lazy money.
That's
today. Right. And so that really helped me, just really push me as far as, the harder I work, the more money I'm going to make.
Yep.
But with that also got into the harder that we work, we neglected everything else.
Yes.
And the big thing that I took away from all this is just there is no more excuses.
Yes.
There's not one excuse that's valid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
yeah, 100%. And so I wrote a couple other notes just from our mastermind that I thought that was relevant to this episode. And one of the guys that was up there, he was a mindset coach, and he said 50% of the stories that we tell ourselves are not true.
Yep.
And I believe that 100%, because sometimes I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Flip, like, what are you talking about? That's not true at all. But my mind is telling me that it's true.
Yep.
And that affects your mindset and your ability to take action in whatever area of your life it's hindering you in. And then we were on the multifamily panel.
Yep.
And
so just to explain that, so in front of the entire group, Eddie Wilson asked a few people to come up on stage, and he was going to ask them questions about the state of the of that industry.
Yep.
So that everyone else in the room, the 120 or so people that were in the room, could listen to us and learn from us.
Yeah.
And so they had a multifamily panel, and they chose Paul Williams from Austin, Texas, and then Sean Thompson from Dallas, and then Danny and Flip.
Yep.
And if you were to as far as experience or whatever, and to put this in like Major League Baseball, right?
Yeah.
So you got Paul, who's
amazing.
He's a Major League Baseball all-star.
Yeah.
And then you got Sean, and his company is a Major League Baseball all-star. And then you got Flip and Danny, who just graduated from the T-ball team.
That's a good example.
And so it was like they asked us questions. You were like, "That's a good question, Sean."
Yeah,
you guys want to handle
for Sean and Paul, or here I'm going to try and answer it, but they're going to answer it way better.
Yeah. No, we're not saying that. I'm not saying that we don't know anything.
Right.
We do know some things.
Yes.
Those guys know a lot of things.
Yes.
And so that's why it was and I know that you had put the embarrassing. I thought I got encouraged by it, because I'm like, that's going to be us. You know, because we don't stop. We keep learning. We're never going to stop. So I just looked at that and like, that's going to be us. We're going to be over there, and there's going to be some pimply faced kid down here in the end being Flip and Danny. So I know that's how it's going to be. But that was definitely a learning experience.
Yeah. So how this relates to this episode was I had said in my notes that I was embarrassed to be on that panel because I'm just not as smart and knowledgeable as Sean and Paul.
Yeah.
And so we were sitting there just going, okay, we're here, and we're super excited that we got invited, but I don't even know that we're worthy to be sitting up here.
Yeah.
But that again goes back to the 50% of what you tell yourself is not true, because after we were on that panel, the number of people that came up and approached us to invest with us, to partner with us, to learn from us, I was just like, holy cow, you guys should be talking to the other two guys. But it does, again, go back to your life is exactly what you make it, right? We were on that panel because we started in October of 2020, and we have done some amazing things, and I'm very, very proud of where we're at. And we got here faster than most people would have. And maybe that's why we were on the panel, because, I always say, if Flip and Danny can do it, you can too.
That's my motto.
So the last thing that I put on here for notes was 3 ways to change your state. So this came from the same mindset, a gentleman that was on stage, and it rang true because Tony Robbins talks about this as well.
Yep.
And the 3 ways to change your state, which is your frame of mind, is focus, language, and body. And I think, the way that you approach yourself, the way you dress sometimes. Now, I've gotten out of that. I need to wear a suit to feel confident. I'm quite confident in shorts and a t-shirt.
And a baseball hat.
And a baseball hat, that's right. But it depends on who you are and in what room that you're in as to what that means to you. Your body also is your physical body. I'm not confident the way that my fitness is today. I will be more confident the more fit that I get. So that's going to change my state. The language that you use. When I say I'm not as smart as somebody, I shouldn't be saying that. I should be saying what Flip said. I'm honored to be here. Look how far we've gotten, and we're sitting next to these guys. It's freaking awesome. And then your focus. I like to say blinders on.
Yep.
And if you put your blinders on, then you stop looking at everything else going around you, and you're not worried about people, what they think of you, or being distracted by, just anything at all. And so I thought those 3 things were really relevant for us to share again with everybody today, because it's motivating to me, and it helps me keep my eyes on the prize.
Yep. It all starts within yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all I have. Any more to add, Flippy?
No, that was it on this one?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you're heading on over to our website, freedomcapitalinvestments.com, to join the Investor Club to see what we're doing all behind the scenes and everything. But we hope you enjoyed this Motivational Monday episode. We like to end all of our episodes with
Invest smart.
Live happy.
Bye, everybody.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on the show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit and loss.